Kelly saw in my video that my first date with Caleb was on Saturday. She woke up in Caleb's bed on Saturday. She was with Caleb Saturday morning. Caleb and I went on a date at 3 p.m. on Saturday. The audacity of a straight white man with a fucking mustache. The audacity.
This is the most interesting thing I've seen on the internet in the last year. It's just more sad news where people post their L's. If you haven't heard about this yet, you're in for a treat. What's up, boys? It's Bumpkin, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So, I hope you guys are having a good day. Mine is going pretty well. I was on Twitter because, God, there's always something to talk about there, right? I came across this very random trend that's been going on for a few days now. I just had no clue. I don't know how this just never popped up in my vicinity. And when I say that, I mean, until I went on Twitter and saw it, I had no clue it even existed. This is all over TikTok. Never saw it. And I mean, at this point, I'm to the point where I'm on that app at least once a day. It's a dangerous thing to get into, but once the app gets good, it gets good, right? And mine is filled with, to be honest, complete dog shit. You don't even want to see it, but I'm just saying nothing like this ever pops up. And hey, maybe you don't know who West Elm Caleb is, right? Maybe you don't know who that is. Recognize that name? Okay, well, if you're not, a predominantly white woman from New York or fiending just to ruin a man's life, then yeah, all right, that makes perfect sense. But I mean, hey, nobody makes a claim like that and just says nothing about it, right? I'd like to elaborate. So if somehow you're too slow to catch what's going on right now, we're talking about a man that works at West Elm. He was a designer at West Elm. Named Caleb. He was on a few dating apps, right? And if you've ever used an online dating app, you know how it goes about 70% of the time. It's a very simple concept. There's nothing really attaching about it unless you actually find someone you want to hang out with. More than one time, that is. But I mean, regardless of how people look at dating apps, there are people that go on it to find someone to connect to. Now, Caleb knew this information and he used it to get whatever he wanted out of women on said dating app. Now, this woman right here, she's a victim to Caleb's many schemes. She made this TikTok talking about him with music that I don't want to play out loud because who knows what YouTube's gonna do with that. But apparently there's a number of people that recognize this Caleb that everyone seemed to be talking about as this video gained more traction. It was crazy. Now, there are a lot of videos of a lot of different women sharing their experience with Mr. Caleb, and all I have to say is, hey, listen, if it's so copy-paste, cookie-cutter, it amazes me how the hell all of you fell for it that easily then. You shouldn't have done it, and it was kind of weird to try to fuck with that many women at the same time. I would never do it. Jesus Christ, it's just not my cup of tea, I guess. That's stressful as fuck. All of these people, and none of you, were mutuals whatsoever. No one figured this out until recently. This one lady posted about him. And I mean, ever since the official post where they figured it out, these girls have just been coming out of the woodwork talking about this guy Caleb and their experience with him, he's a fucking entree. Hey, share your experience. Yes, review Caleb, especially if you think he's dangerous, because everybody in New York does need to know if he's just fucking with everyone. But then it started getting to a weird point where they just started saying shit that would ruin his life. It was crazy. And to be honest, I don't even get why everyone's being so evil to this guy. He's getting doxxed for doing things that people do all the time. I guarantee you, 20% of the women that came out with a story do the same shit that he does. Sorry. Am I wrong to say that? I personally don't think so. People are monsters, and that's just the truth. Let's not sit here and pretend like some of them could definitely be doing the same shit. In fact, the girl in this TikTok sharing her story literally just admits to having an arsenal as well. It's not like he is doing some revolutionary Ted Bundy shit that no one's ever heard of. He's texting you, you guys might have met, and you're getting ghosted. Who the fuck told you things were gonna be any different on a dating app called Hinge? This isn't High School Musical. Where did you think you were? Did you forget this was January 2022? People are monsters on these apps. They meet once, someone gets ghosted. I feel like that's a very normal thing on the application. Now, at the Caleb rate, he was being a bit of a fucking weirdo about it. Caleb had a record that he wanted to uphold and surpass, and honestly, he should probably get himself checked out, because that's very crazy and that's very dangerous to just start swinging around with everyone. But I mean, his personal life, all that has nothing to do with me. I don't care if literally everyone knows about it now. I do want to show you this girl's video. I feel like we should just watch a good amount of it just so you know the general premise of how people are making these videos.
So I matched with this boy on Hinge last week. I was like, okay, another dude to add to my arsenal. It's fine. 6'4", I'm 6 feet tall, so it's fairly hard to date, whatever. We go on a date on Saturday, this past Saturday. We get coffee, then we hang out again on Sunday, right? All this shit on TikTok went down on Monday, okay? So the dude and I are texting on Monday night just about dinner or something, and then I get tagged in this video on TikTok, and he knows after a second date that I do TikTok as a job. I get tagged in this. I'll tag the original creator so you guys can go watch it. So I watch the video, I freak out. Rightfully so, because this is the dude that I've been going on a date with. Like, this is at like 6:30 on Monday. I get a text from Caleb, which I'm gonna insert because I don't really give a fuck if this man lives or dies, if I'm gonna be honest here.
Please stay clear away from her facial expressions. They kind of like swing at you every time she makes them. I realized this just by looking at the video for like 2 seconds, but I thought I'd say it about right here because this seems like the most scrunched up and condensed her face has been the entire video. But hey, that's not what I came here to talk about. I just wanted to give you guys, a quick insight on the sudden out-of-pocketry in these certain videos because I want to show you guys both perspectives. Because I want to let you guys know all these girls are in no way on some crazy shit. Not all of them. And Caleb is definitely not just an innocent victim. But I mean, like, this girl threw every bit of his social media, anything that he had privated so he could give himself a peace of mind to try to like fix his situation, take account of it, anything, because he's obviously very fucked in the head if he felt the need to do this. And I'm glad you're warning people once again about his crusade, but let's also remember his social media didn't need to be put everywhere. We've already got exactly where he is and where he works. We don't need any more. I want to show you this next one because in here it kind of crosses the line between considering and actually going to therapy.
The way that I rushed to make this video, I also have a story about West Elm Caleb. So around Halloween, we matched on Hinge, and he was like love bombing to a T, messaging. And I was like, look, like my friends and I are going out for Halloween. Like, why don't you meet us so we can meet? And he was like, no, I want to meet in a wholesome way. That was the text I got, and I was like, okay. And so he was like, let's get coffee like the next day or whatever. And I was like, all right. Long story short, I'm waiting online at a bar, and he sends me a full mirror selfie with his face and his everything in it with his penis out. And I was like, one, that's very risky. Two, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, like this, what the hell? Why did he? And that's not even the weirdest part about it. Hold on.
The next day proceeds to ghost me. And I was like, what the fuck? The next month messages me again and goes, sorry, like I was just afraid that you were gonna use me for my body. I was like, huh? I thought we were getting coffee. Girls see it and see that it's big and don't want anything else, and I get used for my body. And I was like, I don't even know what to say to that. I was like, okay. Like
obviously you can see from her video that Caleb is the creepiest man in New York, like Green Goblin level type of shit. Like, he's weird. But I'm just enjoying the fact that she hasn't like thrown some in there, thrown his info somewhere, like said that she wanted him to die. Like, what the fuck was that about? That's just not needed. You don't have to. Honestly, at this point, so many women have come out. You shouldn't even need that much evidence to believe it.
Then he asked me on Snapchat, and I don't know why the fuck I was even entertaining giving him another chance.
See, and that's just kind of where you took the L personally. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If somebody sent me something random like that and like we didn't talk or like nothing has happened, it's weird, right? Is it not weird? Why entertain it? Why even message the person after? Why would he even add you on Snap to potentially apologize? You could have just done it via text. It's just like, ew, that's kind of creepy. You could block him, I guess. But hey, do whatever you want. Free will, right? But that's what got her to this situation in the first place.
Rushing me out of his home Saturday, and then refused to hang out with me on Sunday, because he was going on dates with other women. That was the kicker.
You should have known it was bullshit when he said he wanted to go on a long run and then called 5 miles far. He lives in New York. Does he not walk? And like, come on, he's a designer, he's a busy guy, right? Are designers busy? What the hell do you guys get up to? Pouring out, apparently. Yeah. See, I'm still stuck on this 5 miles thing. How is somebody from New York going on a long run but calling 5 miles too far? I feel like 5 miles on a long run in New York is short. 5 miles just sounds like the regular walk when you're going to go do shit. But I mean, hey, maybe I'm an idiot. I'm not from New York, so. But, yeah, that's just kind of some of the stuff I wanted to talk about on this whole New Elm situation. Almost said Elm Street, West Elm thing. I don't know. It caught my eye very out of nowhere, and I was like, if I don't talk about this, I'm going to be thinking about it for the rest of my life. So obviously I'm going to come on here and speak on it. Let me know what you guys think, your perspectives on it. Did you date Caleb? He really wasn't all that. I don't know how the hell they got bamboozled this fucking hard. Maybe it just wasn't a good picture. I don't want to put his picture up because I'm a person that likes to enjoy privacy instead of breaking into it. But I looked at the guy, and he's just like a white guy with green eyes, and green, were they green? I think they were green in East Hall, with a mustache, and they all fucking folded. Designer at West Elm had to be the final stretch before it was just, because I'm sure I could think of a tall white guy with a mustache. Benedict Cumberbatch would fuck that man up. Just needs a mustache and some boxing gloves. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to comment down below so I can go hard it. While you're at it, go follow my Instagram and my Twitter. And you guys have a wonderful day. Peace, peace.